The recent actions taken against teachers statewide in the wake of Kirk's death have left many wondering what they can and cannot say. The union representing educators in Florida's public schools is taking measures to protect them. Jade Jarvis spoke with the president of the Florida Education Association. And Jade, what did he tell you?
Well, Tiffany, he says this latest trend of actions taken by the Florida Department of Education and school districts statewide has made what he says is a difficult time to be an educator in the state even worse.
What we're seeing right now is certainly what feels to me to be McCarthy-like.
Florida Education Association President Andrew Spar making a historical comparison to McCarthyism, a period in the 1950s when Senator Joseph McCarthy led a campaign to identify and prosecute suspected communists.
Where people are being encouraged by the commissioner and by others to essentially hunt for teachers or staff or professors who are saying something that someone has a problem with, however small it may be, and to essentially expose that, to dox teachers, to threaten teachers and staff and professors.
Spar says between 14 and 16 teachers have reached out to the union for help in the days since the state education commissioner sent out this letter last week, warning educators who he says have made, quote, despicable comments about conservative activist Charlie Kirk online. The commissioner also saying his office will be conducting investigations into every educator who makes such comments.
We have to look at this from a rational standpoint and look and see, was what the teacher or staff or professor said, does it really impact their ability to do their job? Or was this something that other entities, a mob mentality, came into play and made this a bigger issue with the intent of saying this person should be terminated from their job?
Spar says he fears the commissioner's letter implies that teachers will not receive fair or due process when these cases are investigated.
We are all humans, and I think humanity requires us to not celebrate the death of an individual, an assassination or anything like that. But I also think how we respond in times like these are very important.
And now the union's looking at its legal options.
We have lawyers looking at that, threats that are being made against teachers. And of course, that is unacceptable. And I would hope that the commissioner would agree that threats against teachers, doxing of teachers is something that should not happen.
And Spar says there may be more teachers affected by this who have not come forward yet, so he's urging them to contact their local teachers union office for help navigating the process. In studio, Jay Jarvis, WPBF 25 News.